sent the interchange.
Is the form 35A the list of the total agents who are there?
No, not total agent.
So there were more agents?
You know, Form 35A is a result declaration form. You only account for those agents who are present on that time, but not the entire agent.
So you have not given us a list of the entire agent, yes?
I have the entire agent list.
But you have not given us, yes?
I have not attached here.
Okay. If an agent, how is an agent allowed to enter the polling station?
Agent, he came with an appointment letter.
Appointment letter?
And oath of secrecy.
Oath of secrecy?
ID.
ID?
And a badge.
And a badge. Abdul Wahab, who you do not recall, Abdul Wahab Mohammed, PW4, testified that he came with all that and you allowed him to enter the polling station.
No.
So he's lying?
He's lying.
You have testified that your lawyer took you through the affidavit, isn't it?
Yes.
In your affidavit, is there anywhere you mention that the witness Abdul Wahab Mohammed is lying in your affidavit?
He's lying.
In your affidavit, is there anywhere that you mention Abdul Wahab Mohammed is lying? In your affidavit. Is this a yes?
But I don't know him.
You don't have to explain. It's a yes or no question. Do you mention Abdul Wahab Mohammed lying in your affidavit? Yes or no?
I have not attached.
You have not. Not attached, mentioned in your affidavit. Yes or no?
I have.
Yes.
Let me see.
In his affidavit, Abdul Wahab Mohammed, PW4, says he's an agent, but in yours, you do not mention him at all.
Not my agent.
In your affidavit, you have already said he's not your agent, but in your affidavit, you don't mention that, isn't it?
I don't mention that.
Okay. You have testified that you are taken through the petition and the affidavits by your lawyer, isn't it? Yes, Your Honor, because I want him to understand my next question. So, in your affidavit, have you responded to the petition and the affidavits of the petitioner?
I have responded in the paragraph that concerns me, not all the petitions. 11th date of October 2022.
I'm going to place Abdul Wahab's affidavit in front of you. I just
22.
And whose name is there?
Abdul Wahab Mohammed Haret.
So you and the lawyers had this affidavit. Am I correct to assume that you and your lawyers, IEBC lawyers, had this affidavit from 7th September until the 11th October?
A question will be asked by our advocates.
I am asking you, is it okay to assume?
I don't know the time it took to.
So this document was given to your lawyers. So they had this document, isn't it? Now, go to paragraph 5 of your affidavit. Of your affidavit, a brief eruption of violence. Please explain what you mean by brief eruption of violence. First say brief eruption. What do you mean by brief eruption?
Brief small commotion, and you cannot say a violence, but interruption somewhere outside at the crowd.
If you look at that paragraph, you said there was a brief eruption of violence. True?
Brief.
But you say brief eruption of violence, isn't it? And what violence are you talking about? Can you just explain the violence to me?
what happened at the actual things also?
Yes,
You mean by that?
Yes, yes. You know, you are the witness who was there. We were not there. So I want you to just tell us what violence you're talking about.
At around 9:30 a.m., when I was for Center 2 of 2 at the polling station, a small commotion has happened just outside my polling station. People crowded, were pushing side to side, so of which an unknown to me.
But you've spoken about violence, so what violence did you see?
Who are pushing?
I don't know. I cannot identify who and who, but I physically see from far that was some people pushing from one side to other, and also a bit crowd.
Was the pushing violent?
Violence?
Yes. Was it playful or it was violent?
No.
It was violent because in your affidavit you said eruption of violence.
It's where you take.
That's not how I take, it's how what you say. You said eruption of violence.
I've explained a bit of it, and I've said there was a crowd of people, and there was a bit scuffle outside. In other words, commotions.
You were seated here during the testimony of the petitioner's case, isn't it? Whatever you mentioned in paragraph 5, did the petitioner's witnesses also talk about commotion and violence?
They were talking.
Thank you. In which polling station was the violence near? Was it near yours?
No.
Was it near Afuene 1 of 2? Afuene Center 1?
No. Afuene Primary.
So it was near Afuene Primary School polling station 1 of 1?
Yeah.
Were you here when PW8, a lady by the name Amran Haji, was testifying?
No, I was not there.
You were not here. But she testified that there was violence. Amran Haji.
The one that can translate for Somali?
Yes. Oh, okay. So you remember she testified about violence near the primary school.
Yeah, I was there.
And your testimony here and hers corroborate. Because you say the violence was near the primary school, and she said the violence was near the primary school police station.
That's correct.
Would the violence, in your opinion, because it was not near yours, but would the violence affect voting at Afuene primary school polling station 1 of 1? Would it have affected?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Because the station was a bit far from me.
It was okay. Thank you.
So through the window.
Okay. You stated that the security personnel, in the same paragraph, handled the situation, isn't it? Did you see them handling the situation?
Yes.
How did they handle it?
In each and every police station was used
No.
by airing the bullet.
So they dispersed the crowd by shooting bullets in the air.
Yeah, yes. Dispersing the crowd.
Can I just say that you're a very honest man? Because whatever you have testified is being corroborated by other people. I apologize for calling you a falling star. I sincerely apologize. Now, Amran Haji also spoke about the same bullets. True?
It's true.
PW7, a gentleman by the name Mustafa, did you see him testify before Amran?
Mustafa, I don't know.
Did you see the witness before Amran? It was a tall, masculine fellow who was standing there.
I can't remember his face.
Okay, that's okay. But I can tell you that he said he got a call from Afuene and he was informed there is violence and guns were being shot.
Where was he at that time?
He was in Garissa. No, Your Honor, I do not have a problem being questioned. Now, he was in Garissa. Thank you for the question. So would he, Is his statement same as yours, that there were gunshots?
There were gunshots.
Thank you. I want to give you a copy of Abdul Wahab's statement.
It's okay.
Is it okay if I give you mine, or you will want from your lawyer?
It's okay, you can give him.
Your Honor, for the record, I am referring to page 27, paragraph 7.
7 or 17?
7. Paragraph 7 of Abdul Wahab.
The 7 starts from paragraph
7.
Yes, paragraph 7.
There's a group of unknown people numbering around 50 were attacking him, around 5.
No, he has to start from 6 so that he understands.
Okay, you
He's
can
being
start
referred
from
to.
That is affiliations and the two compounds. As a man who at first could not properly see, but later on realized was one of the agents known at Ghana. Let me repeat that for any center compound, we were met with a big crowd of people who were attacking as a man who was first could not properly see, but later realized one of the agents known at Ghana.
Okay.
7, that a group of unknown people numbering around 50 were attacking him, and around 5 were using weapon to assault him. He was mostly being hit on the head and back.
Could he have been talking about the same thing that you are seeing, but you are seeing it from very far? Could he have been talking about the same commotion and violence?
No, this attack he's talking about, of which has been attacked from behind. I can't say.
You can't say?
I can't, because I have not seen.
Thank you. I believe you for that. You have been very truthful. I do believe you. The same Abdul Wahab, in his affidavit, at paragraph 8 of his affidavit, raises issues. And I will just read for you what he says.
Paragraph
8 at page 25. He says that I could hear loud protests from members of the crowd who wanted removal of all agents from the polling center, with quite a number voicing their support for the third respondent, Abdikadir Mohammed Hussein, and others complaining that agents were being a hindrance to his votes and chances of winning the said election.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
In your affidavit, do you counter that? Do you mention this issue and say that is not true?
Read them again. You're talking about Abdikadir.
Yes, yes. Abdul Wahab, I'm talking about Abdul Wahab's affidavit.
But you mentioned somebody by name Abdikadir.
Yes, the third respondent.
Just read.
This is what Abdul Wahab, who was an agent at the same place you are, says. That I could hear loud protests from members of the crowd who wanted removal of all agents from the polling center. Did you hear such a protest? You did not hear such a protest. With quite a number voicing their support for the third respondent, Abdikadir Mohammed Hussein.
That's totally untrue.
And others were complaining that agents were being a hindrance to his votes and chances of winning the said election.
I can't hear anything of that.
You did not hear anything of that. Now, in your affidavit, did you raise any issue regarding this number 8?
About removal?
In your affidavit, did you say that you do not hear agents being removed, that you do not hear anybody voicing support for the third respondent, that you do not hear any complaints about agents being removed?
That is the first information I'm hearing from you right now. I never heard of it.
Is it your rejection now? Is it included in your affidavit? It's yes or no?
If I could have added it, I could have
So-
put it in my affidavit.
So it's not in your affidavit.
I have never heard of it that.
Okay. So it's not in your affidavit. Just yes.
It's not my affidavit, but I don't know even.
Okay.
I never had. I will put in my affidavit whatever I witnessed, I have seen,
Okay.
I have knowledge of it.
Okay. It to you, or you want to see for yourself?
That's the affidavit.
Abdul Wahab. The only affidavit I will ask you about is Abdul Wahab, because he was an agent where you were.
He was not my agent.
No problem. That's what he said. You are an agent where you are. You shown us any evidence that he is
No,
not.
don't go back there. Just go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just
15.
reminding you.
15.
Paragraph 15. Do I read for you? That an MCA candidate called Hassan Dahir Noor would visit the polling station severally, and in my view, looked to be in charge of unknown individuals inside the polling station. Is that true or not?
That's not true.
In your affidavit, you say that that's not true?
He was there.
No, I haven't. In your affidavit, I'm talking about that statement. We will read if he was there or not. In your affidavit, do you say whether that statement is not true?
It's not true.
But do you say it in your affidavit?
In my affidavit.
Yes. It's just yes or no. You don't have to think so much, my brother. It's not there. Okay, sorry. N30, I didn't see that. N30. Do you mention about Abdul Wahab's paragraph here, the one that I've just read to you, paragraph 15? Do you talk about Abdul Wahab's paragraph 15 in your affidavit?
Abdul Wahab.
Yes.
You're looking at the statement or another one? The statement is just one page.
I'm looking here. I'm looking my affidavit.
So is it
I have
there?
not captured here.
You have not captured.
Captured.
In the same state where I read, he continues to say, Hassan Dahir Noor would loudly proclaim that any agent who will disrupt the voting will be beaten and thrown out. Is that true?
It's untrue.
It's untrue. Do you mention that it's untrue in your affidavit?
You said what?
Hassan Dahir Noor would loudly proclaim that any agent who will disrupt the voting would be beaten and thrown out. Have you, and you said it's untrue?
I've captured in 3 in a short
In 3. Please read for me.
regarding the allegation of unlawful ejection of the agent from polling station of Wayne Center 2 of 2 under paragraph 24. The same is untrue, not factual account of what transpired in this polling station.
Good. Is this paragraph 24 the same as the paragraph 15 I'm talking about?
Talk about paragraph 15.
Yes, I'm asking you about paragraph 15 of Abdul Wahab's affidavit.
You know my affidavit, I have shortened it.
No, I know you have shortened. It's one
It's
page.
not must I have captured everything in the petition.
I know.
But I have shortened it and I have summarized in a way that it can be understandable.
I know, thank you. But it's not there. That's what I want to know.
15, paragraph 15.
You have not responded to that.
I have not captured.
Okay. I'm not, there's no trick that I'm going to do. I'm just asking you, is it there? Not personally, but as your work as a presiding officer.
Yeah, I know.
Who was he?
Hassan Dahir.
Yes.
There was MCA, aspirant MCA.
MCI aspirant. Did he visit your polling station?
Yes, he visited.
How many times do you recall?
I can't say the number of the times, but he was there.
Okay, did he visit many times or he visited a few times? That you can recall.
You mean by many? Anything beyond 1 is many.
No. 1, 2, 3 is few. 5, 6, 7, 10 is many. So few or many?
Around 1, 2, 3.
So he visited few times.
Few times, yeah.
Okay. Abdul Wahab, who was an agent at Afoine 2, says that he was there throughout. Is that correct?
It's not correct.
It's not correct. Do you dispute that allegation in your affidavit? In your affidavit, do you say that Hassan Dahir Noor MCA was not there or did not come many times?
I have not captured in my affidavit.
You have not captured. Abdul Wahab, the PW4, Abdul Wahab Mohammed, in his paragraph 16, mentions issues regarding voter assistance for illiterate voters. Do you know the procedure for assisting illiterate voters? Can you give a short, very short?
Any voter assistance, you need the
No, I don't need the article, just the short process.
The requirement.
Yes, how, when he comes in, how
The
he will
voter
assist.
may or may be assisted in the following scenarios. 1, if the voter is illiterate, that cannot read or write, is a very disabled man. If he is a disabled, cannot read and write, That is when the time assisted voter will going to be in.
Okay, thank you. Now, did you assist any voters? You
Yes,
yourself?
throughout.
Did you fill in Form 32? There's a Form 32 you're supposed to fill in for voter assistance.
Yes, I feel
How many? You remember? Few or many?
many.
You filled in many. Now, have you attached any Forms 32 to your affidavit?
No, I've not touched.
You have not attached. In this petition you said you have read, does this petition raise issues regarding assisted voters in Afwene? Does the petition raise?
I can't remember unless I see it now.
Okay. The petition raises, I'm now telling you, the petition raises those issues, and I expected as a truthful and diligent agent, you would have attached and said, these are the people I helped, and you'd have shown us who you had helped.
But it's one day exercise.
Yes.
I can't capture everything.
So
But I know it's my role.
it is your role, but
It's my role that whenever a voter doesn't come with any assisted person,
to assist.
it's me who's going to act that role to assist him.
So it is you as the presiding officer who will assist. I understand. And I actually appreciate that because of the time, you will not have all the time to fill in documents. Is that true? Okay. So you might not have filled in many documents. You filled in some.
See?
You filled some documents, Form 32s, but not for everybody.
No, I filled everything.
Are those forms before the court?
It's not attached. If
It's not
requested,
attached. No, just that.
if requested, they can bring.
Now, paragraph 16 of Abdi Wahab's, he mentions issues of illiterate voters and assisted voters. Okay. Did you respond to that claim in your affidavit?
Yes, I respond.
Please tell me where. Can I save your time? It's only one page. On your affidavit, show me the words illiterate or assisted voter in your affidavit.
Where in paragraph 8
Paragraph
of my
8.
affidavit, that the petitioner has made several unsubstantiated and wide allegations in respect of Affidavit 72 of 2, that the petitioner's claim and the voters of Affidavit 72 of 2 exercise their democratic right, and their vote cast by the voters was expression of their sovereign will.
Does this paragraph talk about assisted and illiterate voters? Is there anywhere that word assisted, the two words,
No,
assisted and illiterate? Just answer my question.
I told you before.
No, please answer my question.
I summarized
We have
everything.
been doing a good job. Just answer. It's just a yes or no.
I have
In that
summarized.
paragraph, you have summarized.
I have
accept.
summarized, yeah. I've summarized.
Do the words assisted voter or illiterate voter appear in that paragraph?
If you read the content of this paragraph,
Does the words assisted voter or illiterate voter appear?
it's not must I write the assisted.
Please answer my question.
Just answer.
It's just yes or no.
I've not touched.
You
I've
have
not
not-
mentioned, yeah.
You have not mentioned. Abdul Wahab complains about paragraph 17 in his intimidation. I tried my best to protest. However, the presiding officer will not give me audience. And the unknown people inside the station would threaten me and ensure I could not move out of my small corner. Is that true or not?
And two.
Do you respond to that allegation in your affidavit? That there was no agent who was threatened or intimidated? To save you time, you have not, and I'm telling you, you have not raised.
I've captured.
Where have you
Read
captured?
paragraph 7.
Paragraph 7, let me just.
That I deny the allegation in the paragraph 30 that there was intimidation of the voters in Affidavit 72, and since there was only a brief scuffle outside the police station, which was misunderstanding among the identified person.
I'm talking. Okay,
Is
sorry.
that not you see the word intimidation?
I see the word intimidation. It's good now you can see some words. Now, does it say intimidation of agents or it says intimidation of voters?
intimidations of the voters.
So it does not talk about Abdulhab's allegation. Abdulhab is an agent. He's saying he was intimidated. Do you talk about his allegation?
He talks about the intimidation of agents
Yes.
in the police center.
Yes. You do not talk about it in your affidavit. Okay. In paragraph 18 of the same Abdul Wahab, that's the only person I'm going to ask you about. In paragraph 18 of PW4, Petition as Witness 4, Abdul Wahab says that you, and now he mentions you, the presiding officer at Afwin. Okay. He says that he was involved, the assisted voters were involved in a confrontation with you and other IEBC officials. Is that true or not?
He said?
Abdul Wahab, in his affidavit, says that you and other IEBC officials were involved with a confrontation with assisted voters. Is that true or not?
It is untrue.
Do you deal with that allegation in your affidavit?
No.
Where you don't deal with it? Thank you. The same paragraph 18 of Abdul Wahab's affidavit accuses you, Mohammed Hedek, of changing votes for assisted voters. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Assisted voters, yes.
That you are changing their choice. They will choose one candidate and you will put another candidate. Is that true or not?
It's untrue.
It is untrue. In your affidavit, do you raise the same statement you have said now?
Check paragraph 8 of my affidavit.
Paragraph 8 of your affidavit. What do you say in paragraph 8 of your affidavit?
That the petitioner has made several unsubstantiated and wide allegations in respect of witness 2 of 2 which to state the contrary of the petition claimed. Voters of the Wayne polling station exercise a democratic right and their vote cast by the voters were expression of their supreme will.
Thank you. I asked you, have you changed anybody's assisted voter choice? You have said no.
No.
Is it captured in your affidavit?
It is captured.
Where is it captured that I did not and I refuse the allegation that I participated in changing voters' choice? Where does it say in your affidavit?
What do you understand by I wish to state contrary? The word contrary?
Contrary to what? So
Contrary to the petition claimed.
So for this
voters.
This paragraph 8 is your answer to everything, isn't it?
Everything, yeah.
This,
that's why I told you.
Let the court take record. You have said paragraph 8 is your answer to all the allegations. Yes?
The sovereign will.
No, you have
change of the sovereign will of the voters.
But every issue that I have raised, you have taken me to paragraph 8.
That's why I told you.
So paragraph 8,
everything.
Let me finish the question, my brother. I'm sorry. I apologize for cutting you off. So paragraph 8 is what you have answered all the allegations.
Yes. Not all. Not all.
So there are some allegations.
The concerned allegation.
The concerned allegation for you.
Yes.
Okay. So it is a general statement.
It's not a general statement. It is talked about the sovereign will of the voters.
Does that statement talk about assisted voting? It's a yes or no question now.
Assisted voting is a sovereign will.
No, it's not.
You understand the question?
Does that paragraph talk about assisted voting?
No.
Does that paragraph talk about you changing assisted voting? It's just one page. I don't know what you keep on flipping back and forth, my brother.
The word exercise their democratic right.
So, does it say that I did not change anybody's votes?
Yeah. I said here, exercise of their
you
democratic
said they exercised, but did you say that I, Mohammed Hedik, did not change anybody's votes?
That's why I started that.
No, you know what I am asking, you know the answer. Just answer yes or no. That's all I want. Did you, Mohammed Hedik, say, I did not change anybody's vote?
Yeah, I said in the paragraph.
Read for me where you said that.
The petitioner made several unsubstantiated.
No, don't read it again. You read it.
Yes.
Just answer the question.
Yes.
Does it say that?
In my concern, and my
No,
belief,
no.
it is there.
Your lawyers, the IEPC,
Witness,
will help
you
you.
specifically mention those words that counsel is asking.
Assisted.
Specific words that I did not change any voter-assisted choice. Did you use those words?
I didn't capture the word assisted, but to understanding, I have captured that.
Your lawyer,
I
whatever.
never changed the sovereign will and democratic right of the voters.
Maybe yes or no. Then he will ask you to explain. Okay.
Fine.
Thank you. I apologize if I was rude.
Oh, no.
Okay. Now, in paragraph 18, you are accused of changing votes, but you have not denied that in your affidavit. Yes or no? You are accused of changing votes, but you have not denied it. Yes or no?
I've denied it.
No, in your affidavit, here you have denied it. But in your affidavit, have you denied that allegation?
I have denied it. To my understanding.
No. Just and I will, alongside urging my witness to just answer the questions. If you answer yes or no, just give him a yes or no. Thank you, sir. So that we can save time. And Mr. Salah has taken 47 minutes.
Yeah, your client is becoming very difficult.
Yes. So just answer with a yes or no, and let's make it move a bit faster.
That allegation about assisted voting and you changing votes. No, you don't. The same Abdul Wahab in paragraph 19 says that his complaints, or the voters' complaints will be met with aggressive behavior from unknown people inside the polling station that would use the threat of violence to ensure voter left the polling station. Did you understand that statement?
Yeah.
Now, were there any unknown people inside the polling station?
To me, no.
This allegation says that there was, isn't it?
Yeah.
In your affidavit, do you categorically state there were no unknown people inside the polling station?
No.
Yes or no? No, you don't.
I've not got that.
He talks about the threat of violence in his paragraph. Do you talk about anything, do you deny that there was violence?
I don't deny. There was violence outside.
So was there violence inside?
No.
Do you state that in your affidavit, that there was no violence inside the polling station?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. You have been very truthful so far. Thank you for that. What time did voting end?
Voting ended at 6:00 p.m.
Voting ended at 6:00. Is there anywhere you
Not
record?
6:00, 5:00. I mean,
What?
I tried myself 5:00. So, but there was an extension of time.
What was the reason? By law, are you allowed to extend for 1 hour?
Yes.
You are allowed to extend?
Yes. From the
No problem. But yes. What was the reason you extended for that 1 hour?
Because my Kimstick machine has developed some problems.
Okay.
I can't say even problem, but the power itself, the shutdown of power, of which battery was running low. So I could not have another one. And we had a solar panel. I got the battery from the nearest farthest point of the going town.
1 hour. I believe you.
There was another 30 minutes extension.
There was another one. So that the first 1 hour or the first 30 minutes was skip.
First 30 minutes.
First 30 minutes was skip.
Yes.
What was the next 30 minutes?
Another 30 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Just go on.
I'm saying for the brief scuffle and commotion outside, we feared, me and my colleagues, the agent, the ABC officials who are there at the polling station, feared that it might interrupt. So,
Safety, the safety of the voters, and the security of the election material.
Oh,
I would assume.
not my safety,
Yes.
but the safety of the material.
The safety of the material.
Yes.
That is commendable of you. That is very diligent. Now, I want to take you to your affidavit. Your affidavit as a witness. Can you look at paragraph 5 of your affidavit? In paragraph 5, you state that on the 9th of August, there was a brief eruption of violence and commotion. True?
Yes.
And it was outside Afuene's polling station too. True?
Yes.
And then you say, but the same did not interrupt with the voting process at the polling station. Does that contradict what you have just said now? Because right now you have said,
What I mean by this,
let me ask the question. Right now you have just said that there was a 30 minutes interruption. But here, you state that it did not.
I'm saying,
Yes.
we feared the process.
So, by you closing the polling station, did you close the polling station?
We closed the door.
You closed the door, so the polling station was closed.
When I was closing the door, there was a voters inside.
No
at the polling
problem.
station who was
But
voting at that time.
by closing the door, was the polling station closed?
Was closed.
Isn't that an interruption to the voting process?
Fear of interruption.
Isn't that an interruption? By you closing
The process of the voting was going on inside.
My brother, I don't have much time. I just want a yes or no. Council will assist you with explanation. But by you closing the door, did that interfere with the voting process? Yes or no?
Has not interfered.
So closing the door does not interfere?
Yeah, because the voting was going on inside the polling station.
When the door was closed, could voters come into the polling station?
There was 2 voters inside. One was the gate, another one was in the process of
When
voting.
the door, please listen to my question. When the door is closed, can a voter come into the voting room?
No.
So that has interfered with that voter's process.
Yes.
So closing the door interferes with the voting process, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? Closing the door interferes with the voting process. Yes or no?
Yeah, will interfere.
Okay. You said that the Kim's kit malfunctioned for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah.
Did that interfere with the voting process? Yes or no?
Yeah, the voting has
Yes or no?
has interfered.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
So even if there are 2-3 voters inside the polling station, it has interfered with the voting process.
Yeah, it has interfered because the process stopped.
Yes. Voting stopped.
Yes. If the Kim's kit is not working.
So what you say in paragraph 5, that there was a brief eruption of violence at Afuene Centers 2, but the same did not interrupt the voting process. Is that a lie or is that the truth?
I can't say it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's the way I put.
Is it the way you put, or maybe the lawyers wrote it wrongly here? Because you spoke
Maybe
to
it
the
was
lawyers.
wrongly captured.
Maybe it was wrongly captured.
Maybe it was misunderstanding.
With you, my affidavit has a lot of mistakes also.
Yeah, it
So,
has- this
yeah,
is
I
typing
understand. I understand.
and the
that.
consent.
Okay. But did you raise the issue of the Kim's kit in your affidavit?
Kim's kit.
Yes.
No.
You did not. I'm going to ask you the last 3 questions. So, there is paragraph 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 of Abdi Wahab's affidavit. Okay? Whereby he speaks about being chased. I'm just summarizing for you because it's very long, I don't want us to read. He says that people were removed from the polling station when voting had ended. Is that true?
That's true.
So you did not remove the agents, and when voting has finished, you did not remove everybody. Tell them to go outside, then you prepare for vote counting. I'm talking about when voting has ended.
Yes.
Just before vote counting begins, as the agent, as the presiding officer, did you tell everybody to step out so that now you can allow them back in? How the procedure is?
The procedure is when you immediately shout at the close of automatically stop.
Okay.
You close the aperture.
Okay.
When you record the security code,
Okay.
6 aperture,
Okay. Where do you record that?
I recorded.
Where?
It is gone in the PSD form.
The police station diary.
Diary.
I believe you recorded.
I recorded.
I don't have a question about that. I
have
did
recorded.
Okay.
So, inside the police station, there were IBC officials, who is clerks.
Okay.
And also the agents.
Okay.
The observant.
There were observers there.
There was observant there.
Okay. Have you, in your affidavit, listed or named any observer?
I listed in my PSD form, not affidavit.
In your affidavit, there is no observer.
Yes, but PSD form it is there.
Have you provided to the court the PSD forms? Because you have spoken a lot about the police station diaries, and you know these allegations have been raised, and you have recorded everything in that diary. Have you provided the polling station diary to the court?
No, but I have not been requested.
You have not been requested.
And I have never seen any allegation on PSD form.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I have not.
But what do you write on the PSD form? You write what happens.
It's a procedure. It's a procedure. If you are IBC, you will understand.
You write all the incidences.
Everything.
I used to be a clerk for IBC, so I know. So you write all the incidences.
Everything is there.
So if you had provided it, actually it would have helped with what you are saying.
Everything.
So if you had provided, yes or no, if you had provided, it would have helped with what you are saying.
Yeah, it will help me. Because that's the guideline I was given.
It will prove you what you are saying, isn't it?
Yes, it was there.
And PSD is not here?
PSD.
Yeah.
I told you I have not been requested, I have not seen
no,
any
that explanation you will give to your lawyer. Is the PSD before the court?
I have not been requested.
Yes or no?
It is not there.
He says that lighting was poor. Before that, he says that all the agents and all the staff were put outside the door. Is that true?
In which paragraph?
When the voting ends, from paragraph 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, he says that. Did you just tell them, please stand outside, and then we prepare for vote counting, and then they come back in and they do the counting?
No.
You never told them?
They were sitting.
So from the time of voting ended to counting started, you never told anybody to leave? Between the time voting ended, apart from the voters, voting ended and vote counting, you never told anybody to leave the room?
No, I never.
You never told. Abdulhab says that you told him to leave the room. Is that true or not? In your affidavit, you say that you never told anybody to leave the room?
I have not captured that one.
You have not captured. In the same paragraphs, 20, 21, 22, 23, he says that a police officer came with a list of agents and he was refused to re-enter the polling station. Is that true or not?
He said?
That somebody came with a list of the agents.
Who was that?
A police security officer.
Security officer.
And he read the names. So when he read the names, then the agents went back into the room. Is it true? Is that true?
It's not the role of the police officer to call them from the first beginning.
Not in the beginning, but after voting had ended.
Voting has ended.
Did you call them to let them back in? Yes or no?
I never told them
to go out
of them.
Okay.
So they were inside.
They were inside.
Somewhere at the back.
Now, those allegations that I have read to you right now, have you responded to them in your affidavit?
All the allegations?
No, the ones right now, about you chasing him and you refusing him to enter. Have you responded in your
I have not responded.
You have not. He also says that, so now when he says, whether we don't know what, did you see anybody watching through the window, the counting?
There were some people.
There were some people. Could it be possible that he was one of them?
He might be.
He might have been one of them. And he says that he could not see clearly inside. Yes, Your Honor, it's the last two questions. He says that he could not see clearly inside. True?
The window. I did not see his allegation in the petition. That allegation of poor life.
You do not see it.
I don't see it.
So, okay. But you said that you went to the lawyer's office, you were given the petition and affidavit.
Which paragraphs you think I can done?
No, you said
Yeah, the issue of life.
Oh, Abdul Wahab. It is Abdul Wahab's paragraph, paragraph 24 of Abdul Wahab's affidavit.
About the issue of.
He says that he was from outside and the light was very poor. So, yeah, you have said it wasn't, but you haven't included in the affidavit. True? Okay. Now,
Somewhere I can check.
it's very short. You can. It just lead us where you captured unknown people.
I don't see.
You do not see. At your heart. And you have answered them truthfully, and I do not doubt that. But are they included, those answers, are they included in your affidavit?
Some are not.
Some are not. Okay. Would I be correct to say that in your affidavit, you do not specifically touch on a specific issue, but you say everything was okay?
Yeah.
So everything.
Mighty, that the evidence I shall give before this court touching the matter in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
For purposes of record, my lady, my name is Nura for the first and second respondent. Mr. Abdul, I'm going to ask you to speak into the microphone so that because the session is being recorded, and also for audibility so that the court can be able to record whatever you're saying. So, for purposes of record, what is your name?
My name is Abdinur Siko Haji.
And you are just 9 elections.
I was the presiding officer at Afwene Center, Stream 1.
Affiliation Center, Stream 1. You are the PO. Have you recorded an affidavit, witness affidavit,
Yes.
regarding this case?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Have you attached to that affidavit a Form 35A for your polling station?
Yes.
You
I
have?
did.
Okay. So, you will now be asked a few questions by the petitioner. Listen to him carefully and be very brief as you want. Thank you. So, you adopt this, you want the court to adopt this document as your evidence?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Time.
Abdul?
Mr. Sally,
Yes.
how much time do you require?
25 to 30 minutes. But if he answers me and yes, I will be done in 5 minutes.
Not more than 20? Not by introducing yourself, counsel.
I am Mohammed Salah, the advocate on record for the first and second petitioners in this matter. Abdul, do you know the witness who testified before you? Mohammed Osman Hidik. Do you know him?
I know him.
How do you know him?
I know him as the presiding officer.
Was he at a station that is near yours?
Yes.
When he came here, I called him. I identified him. I called him a falling star, but he wasn't a falling star. He was very honest and very truthful. Now, my theme for you is I'm going to call you the guy who ignores everything. Is that okay?
Mr. Sally,
That's another opinion.
are you a point?
And I used to be, but I was a very bad one. I gave up that line.
Which name have you given?
The guy who ignores everything. So,
I love your description. Only that I don't think it is going to be prejudicial.
are you okay if I call you that? I'm not going to call you that, but I can just say that for me, you're the guy who ignores everything. But I'm not going to call you
I
that.
request you withdraw.
I am sorry for calling you that.
Yes, proceed.
Were you the presiding officer in this election? Were you a presiding officer?
Yes.
For which polling station?
Afwene Center, Stream 1.
You are aware about this petition?
Yes.
Were you given the documents in this petition to read?
Yes.
So you went through the petition and the affidavits?
Through the petition.
You did not go through the affidavits?
Yeah, some.
Some
that relate to my polling station.
that relate to your polling station. Which affidavit relates to your polling station? Do you know the person?
I don't remember their names.
Does Salah Mohammed Bule's affidavit relate to your polling station?
Yes.
That's at what issue?
PW5. For your honor, his testimony is at page 36 of the petition of London. So you read this affidavit.
Yes.
And your affidavit, you respond, can I say that you respond to the allegations raised by Mr. Salah?
At my yeah.
Your affidavit,
Yes.
the affidavit that you have placed before this
Yes,
court.
Yes.
You respond to the issues raised by Mr. Salah.
Yes.
Do you know who ejects an agent from the polling station?
The presiding officer.
The presiding.
In case the agent has caught trouble.
Did you eject any agent in the just concluded elections?
No one.
The record you did not eject anybody.
No one.
What time did you reach the polling station?
At around 5.
5 in the morning.
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Yeah, in the morning. Yeah.
What time was the polling station opened?
I opened the polling station at 7:10.
At 7:10.
After the preparation before the poll.
Was Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule present when you reached the polling station?
At 5, no.
Was Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule present when the polling station was opened at 7:10?
Yes.
So what time do you think he reached? Would you be able to remember?
I think I recall he was among the first client agent whom I verified the accreditations to enter the polling.
So he was amongst the first,
Yeah.
and he testified to that. So that corroborates. Thank you for that honesty. What did you what document did you use to identify Salah Mohammed Bule?
I used the original national ID,
Original national ID,
appointment letter,
and
oath of secrecy.
oath of secrecy.
There was also a badge, but there were some who did not have a badge.
Now, the badge, as per your training, is the badge a must?
It is not a must.
So, the badge is not a must. And if I refer you to the law, and I'll show you where it says that a badge is a must, I will be wrong.
Pardon?
If I showed you somewhere in the law that it says a badge is a must, will I be wrong?
No,
You can say I don't know.
I don't know.
Have you provided before this court a list showing the agents that were present?
No.
Did you ignore showing that? Did you ignore it?
It is not in my affidavit.
So you ignored that? In paragraph 4 of your affidavit, you speak about a brief scuffle. What do you define as a brief scuffle? Your definition of what is a brief scuffle?
Your Honor, at around 9:30, I had some commotion.
No. I didn't. Is it fist fights?
Yeah, between two people.
If people punch each other, that's a brief scuffle.
Yeah.
That's a scuffle. Would you say that's a violence also?
It's not a violence.
So people punching each other is not violence.
It's a fight, yeah.
But is that violence?
No.
It's not violence.
To my understanding.
To your understanding. Okay. So this brief scuffle, please explain what you saw.
Just give me time. I'll explain.
No, go ahead.
But I asked you a question and
At
kept
around
quiet.
9:30, I had some commotions outside the polling station where I was. And that commotions, I suspect it was from a crowd. So, and it is spread to where I was. So I closed, we stopped the polling for some time, just for the security and the safety of the electoral materials. Then, close to 10 a.m., the noise stopped.
So the scuffle ended.
Let me finish.
No, yes or no? Did the scuffle end?
No.
Any
No,
explanation
no,
that
no.
you want to give?
No, I would like to interject and just maybe counsel can let him finish.
Yes,
Because he wants
I
the
never reached the
to end,
scuffle.
and clearly the scuffle has not started.
Yeah.
But I have
Let-
asked
let-
him.
I don't know if you want to take the
You said
stand.
at 9:30 you had
Yes.
session outside.
Yes. I never reached to a scuffle.
Stop the voting then at about 10. The scuffle ended.
I never said ended. At around 10,
No, so let me ask you now. What time did the scuffle end?
these were commotions I had outside.
What time did the commotion end?
Commotion at around 10.
So,
Let me. I have not finished.
No.
That is the end
that
of
is
the
the
answer.
answer.
If he wants another explanation, then you ask.
Sasa,
my
fine,
brother
fine.
will ask you to explain that specific point.
Sasa,
Kelele.
So you have talked about a scuffle from a crowd, isn't it?
no, a commotion I had from a crowd.
Commotion from a crowd. Have you been throughout this testimony? Have you been seated here in court?
Not all the time.
The 2 days have you been here?
Not all the time.
Yes or no? Have you been here the 2 days? Yes, you have.
To some extent.
Did Salah, who when he was testifying, say that the polling was stopped? Salah,
I was not there.
you're not there. Salah said that you stopped the polling and you did your job and you allowed security to take and you protected everybody's safety. Now, Salah said that there were stones that were being thrown on the roof of the polling station. Is that true or false?
It's false.
That is false. Those stones were being thrown at you.
No.
Okay. How far was the commotion from your polling station?
Around 150 meters.
150 meters.
Yeah.
Now, from this wall that you're standing to that wall, I can say it's around 10 meters. Okay?
Yeah, that's up to that. It's more.
How much does your Honor think it is? You can use the course guidance in that.
No, about
But
that.
that's more. Even the public agree that.
So from here to there, is it 15 meters?
Not even 15, it's more.
Then I do a lot of conveyancing and I deal with a lot of properties. This cannot be more than 15 meters. Two vehicles can park side to
Let the
side.
witness estimate.
So, please don't shout. Please don't shout.
I'm sorry.
He said 150.
So 150. So
Approximately.
no problem. So if I were to say from where you're standing until the end is 15 meters, so will it be 10 times? So you're giving an overestimation.
That's my estimation.
Salah Mohammed Pule testified that he brought a medical report about his assault. Do you know who makes a medical report?
Yes,
Who makes a medical report?
doctor.
A doctor. And does a medical report come after you make a police report?
First police.
First police, then the medical report.
That is a police form 3 that is appearing.
Medical examination report. So, medical examination report.
Fine.
Of August at around 12:07.
Yes.
This medical report, medical examination report, section B, page 42. Details of site, situation, shape, and depth of injuries sustained.
Not asking about the extent of injuries.
No, I'm not asking you. Does the report show that there were injuries?
The report.
Yes, that the medical examination report I've placed before you show that there were injuries.
Yes, it shows. That the security personnel deployed at the polling station resolved the issue by sending away both individuals involved in the scuffle from the precinct of the polling station.
From the precinct of the polling station. What do you mean by from the precinct of the polling station?
By the 400-meter radius demarcated for polling.
So, is the polling room inside the precinct of the polling station?
Yes,
Was Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule removed from the polling room, which is within the precinct of the polling station?
no,
Where was Salah removed from?
and immediately the commotion.
Where? The location. Where was Salah removed from?
Just in front of the polling room, he was there.
So, but
You know, when
you
when
testified.
the commotion
Excuse me,
ended and we
please,
opened the
I'm sorry,
polling,
I'm sorry. Please just listen to me. You said the precinct is 400 meters.
yeah, the demarcated area.
The 400 meters.
Yeah,
How big was the classroom? Was it 400 meters?
not the classroom, eh?
No, I'm asking you, was the classroom 400 meters big?
No, small.
So the 400 is for the whole polling center.
The whole, yeah.
Yes. So was he removed from the polling center?
Yeah, the demarcated area.
So was he, and where is the polling room?
Inside, within, yeah.
Within the demarcated area.
Yes.
So he has been removed from the polling room.
Yeah, from the demarcated area.
Which is the polling room?
You know, there is polling room and there
Yes.
is the area demarcated for
Yes, I know. Thank you. You're
from
giving
the
me
demarcated area.
Yes. I didn't know about the 400 meters. Thank you. But now he was removed from the polling room. Yes?
No,
But if you're removed from the precinct of the demarcated area, then you're not within the polling room. Or he was hovering.
yeah, he was outside the polling room.
I think council has
You are
gotten
saying
it
he was
wrong.
outside.
He was not inside the
No,
polling station.
No,
He's-
was
he has
removed.
his last,
Apologies.
last answer.
PW5 testified that he was assaulted inside the polling room. Was he lying?
He's untrue.
He was lying.
He's untrue.
In your affidavit, do you... A lady came to testify yesterday. Were you here yesterday?
Partly.
Did you see Amran Haji testify?
Amran, yeah.
Did you hear Amran Haji say people were fighting, and I quote her, on top of the polling boxes? Did you hear her say that?
I had.
So, was there, as per Amran's testimony, was there a fight inside a polling station?
I think that was she said.
No,
yes.
she, wait. She never identified where. I'm asking you, she said there was a fight inside a polling station.
I don't aware what happened.
No, I said, she said when you were here seated, you heard her saying there was a fight inside the polling room on top and next to the ballot boxes.
I had.
You heard it. You also heard her say that a tall gentleman who was called Hassan was involved in the fight.
I heard her saying that.
You heard her say Hassan. Who do you testify Salah was fighting?
One Hassan Noor.
Hassan. So could she be talking about the same incident?
I don't know.
No. you said Salah is fighting Hassan. What? She was there because of the violence to Salah. Yes?
Yes, Salah also tried to reach me, although I was very busy that day. He
Yeah.
tried to reach me.
I will not blame you for that.
Yes.
Your business, I will not blame you.
Yes.
But the OCS and the police came because of the violence.
There was no violence. Don't put words in my mouth, please.
Sorry, I apologize for that.
Yeah.
Why did the OCS and the police come?
They came because there was a scuffle between him and the MCA outside the polling station.
So they came because of that fight. Was the scuffle a fight?
It was, okay, they had some altercation. Salah did not want the MCA to access the polling station. And the law allows the MCA to access the polling station.
Now, with regards to MCA access,
Yes.
does the law allow a number of access, or he can come, view, and leave? What does it allow that access?
He can even sit.
He can stay there
He can stay there if he wants.
throughout.
As long as he is.
The law allows him to
As
stay.
As long as he does not
My
cause any
question-
interruption.
My question is,
Yes.
the law allows him to stay at the polling station throughout. Just stay there, sit inside the polling station room and not leave.
They have access to the polling.
They have access, you have said, and I do not deny. But you have said the law allows them to stay there.
The law allows, yes.
So they can just stay and sit throughout.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a stakeholder.
Were you keeping any record of all the complaints that were reaching you? Were you writing it somewhere, or were you noting it in your phone or messages?
Those that reached us were keeping a record.
You're keeping a record.
Yes.
Have you placed before this court any record of those complaints? Have you placed before this court any record of those complaints? Yes or no? It's just a yes or no.
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 Yeah.
Now, in paragraph 10, you deny, in paragraph 10 of your affidavit, you deny that no agent was ejected.
Yes.
You have your affidavit?
Yes.
Sorry, not of your affidavit, but of the petition. I apologize for that.
Okay.
In your response, sorry, in your
Yes.
response.
Yes.
So in your response, you deny that no agent was ejected.
Yes.
Who has the authority to eject an agent?
The presiding officer
The presiding officer. That is very correct.
and security.
Or the security.
Security when it's outside the polling station.
Okay, so inside the polling station, does the presiding officer eject himself, or he orders the security?
The presiding officer, okay, the presiding officer is, the polling station has a radius of 400 meters.
Okay, continue.
And there is the polling room.
Okay. So the polling room, who has the authority to physically, not the order, it's the presiding
It's the
officer who
PO,
gives the
yes,
order,
yes.
but who has the authority to physically remove the agent and throw him out?
From the polling from inside the polling room.
The room, yes.
Yes.
Who has that?
The PO.
No, but who does it? Does the PO?
Security.
It is the security who
Yeah,
does it.
with the instructions, yeah, of course. If it's inside the polling station.
If it's inside the
If it's
polling. No,
outside
I'm
the
not
polling-
saying about the instructions. I'm saying who does it, physical. It's the police.
Security, security.
It's the security.
Yeah.
Now, your agent, your presiding officer, one of them testified. He's called Siko. Of one
Yes.
out of two. In his affidavit, and he's testified in court, it's open record, that Salah was removed
Yes.
from the room. Salah was removed from the room. Salah Mohammed Abdibule, the wiper agent, was removed by the police from the room.
To my knowledge.
No,
To my knowledge.
Oh.
say from the room.
From the precinct, then. Sorry.
Yes.
From the precinct.
Differentiate, please.
What do you understand by precinct?
Precinct is within
And then
within the polling station,
within the polling station.
not the polling room.
Is the polling station room within the precinct?
Yes.
So the room is within the precinct.
Yes.
So if you are removed from the precinct, you are removed from the room.
If you are removed from the precinct,
Yes.
not necessarily.
Okay. We are in this room. That example for the judiciary I gave. So Salah was removed from the room.
Sarah was removed because he was misbehaving.
Thank you. He was removed because he was misbehaving.
Yes.
That's actually
He was
true.
interfering with the process.
He was interfering with the
He
process.
was also blocking. He was also blocking the MCA from.
Is that an election offense? Interfering with
He has
the
been
process.
trained. He has been trained.
But is it an election offense? When we look at the Election Offences Act, has he committed an election offense by interfering with voters and disturbing them and creating chaos in the polling?
It is.
Has Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule been charged for election offense, to your knowledge?
No.
Did you recommend, because you are aware of what he was doing, did you recommend that he be charged with an election offense?
No.
No. Where do elections happen?
At the polling station.
Is it important for a candidate to have his agents there?
Yes.
Why is it important? What role do the agents
They
play?
represent the candidate.
What role?
Representing the candidate.
To monitor
To monitor.
and check the integrity.
Yeah, integrity. Yes.
Now, if an agent, and I'm not saying this is what happened here,
Yes.
but if an agent is removed or denied access, will he be able to testify on the integrity? I am not saying about here, I'm saying generally. If an agent is removed or denied access, is he able to testify on the integrity of that process?
On the okay.
It's a yes or no, sir. You're able, counsel will give you a chance to explain. If an agent, not this case, but generally,
For Sarah's case.
no.
For Sarah's case.
No, I said, you said an agent
It is
is,
part of the process.
you said an agent is important in the process. You said an agent is important for integrity. If an agent is removed or denied access, is he able then to testify about the integrity of the process?
No.
If an agent is removed or denied access, will he have access to sign Form 35s?
No.
He will not sign Form 35s. Have you seen any form that has been signed by Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule?
From the beginning, Sarah was not prepared to sign.
Have you seen any Form 35 election declaration signed by Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule? Have you seen election declaration signed by Abdi Wahab Mohammed? Have you seen?
You have
Yes,
from that 5 signed.
yes. By the UDA agent Abdi Wahab Mohammed.
Maybe
You can quickly. He was an agent in Afwin 1 or 2. You would know. Tell me if Abdi Wahab, and he said he was in. I can get for you the exact word. Wahab Mohammed.
Abdullah Mohammed.
Yes.
I have Horesha. No.
Please answer me what I asked you.
I don't have.
You don't have Abdi Wahab.
In those stations.
So you don't have Salah, you don't have Abdi Wahab. Okay, let's go. In the forms before you, in the forms of Afwin,
Yes.
do you have an agent called Harun? I'll give his full name. Harun Rashid Sheikh.
Station.
Afwin Center 2.
Center 2.
Yes.
Harun Hussein.
No, Harun Rashid Sheikh.
No.
You do not have.
Yes.
In the forms that have been put before you, do you have any form from Banane Primary School 1 or 2, Ammar Abdi Ibrahim? Ammar Abdi Ibrahim Seytoun. I think that was his name. And he actually said he was related to one of the candidates.
There are only 2.
Banani 1. You'll give an explanation. Ammar Abdi Ibrahim, page 56. You ready? Page 56. So he's not there. Now, do you see the name of Quraisha Ali? Did you see
Yes.
the name of Quraisha Ali?
Very well.
Yes. Where did you see the name of Quraisha Ali?
Risha Ali was in Afwine 1.
Croatia Ali was in Afuene 1.
And I'm the one who admitted her.
You're the one who admitted her. But when I asked you, did you meet any UDA agents, the only agent you could remember was Hussein Sirat. True or false?
There was no complaint.
I asked you, before the complaint, I asked you, did you meet any UDA agent? You said Hussein Sirat. You didn't mention anybody else.
It is me who inquired. She didn't even explain.
Oh, okay. But now you have remembered. It's okay to remember. Yeah, now you have remembered Croatia. You remember?
It's because
You'll explain the issue of Croatia
I was told,
to council.
I was told she would replace somebody.
No, what
Was
did
from a
Croatia?
different
You
party.
have said Croatia complained to you.
Yes.
What did she complain to
She
you?
didn't complain.
So now you have withdrawn that
She
first.
didn't complain. She
Please.
said, she told me, listen.
Please listen to my question.
Uh-huh.
I asked you, did she complain? You said yes.
She told
I have asked you what was the complaint. You said you have changed the answer and said no. She didn't complain.
No, she
Is
said-
that true?
No, she said she wanted to get in. I asked why.
So she wanted to get in.
Yes.
Is that a complaint? That means she was being refused.
That's why I don't see it as a complaint.
But that means she was being refused. Why would she tell you, or she asked you that she wanted to get in?
Nobody refused her.
Nobody refused her.
Nobody refused her.
Why would she seek permission from you? You are just a returning officer. You're not the one in charge of the
I was in charge of
polling station.
I was in charge of the constituency.
Were you in charge of the polling station?
I was the RO in charge of the whole constituency.
Okay, so that's why she complained to you.
Yes.
Now she's complaining to you again.
No, she didn't complain. She raised it in a mild
Yes, she
manner.
complained. No, she didn't complain. Yes, she complained. Now, finally.
Okay.
Finally.
Don't put words
Did
in my mouth.
Croatia, no, you've been saying yes and no, yes and no. Did Croatia raise any complaint or issue with you? This is the final answer you'll give. You will not be allowed to change.
Okay.
Did Croatia raise any complaint or issue with you?
No.
No, she did not.
She only asked if she can get in.
So that's raising an issue.
She just raised that issue, and I allowed her.
Okay.
Yes.
You allowed her in?
In the polling room.
What documents did she show you to allow her in?
She had the necessary documents.
She had all the necessary documents.
Yes.
Which are those? Tell me. The letter for appointment?
Oath of secrecy.
Oath of secrecy.
Letter of appointment.
ID. Badge.
She had. For badge, it was not actually. We had agreed that we don't bar
Badge.
if an agent has no badge.
Now, as per the law,
Yes.
is a badge in the law? Is it stated that a badge is important? So, is a badge, as per the law, is a badge one of the requirements?
Badge is administrative.
But no. Is a badge one of the requirements? Yes or no?
Not in law.
Not
It
in
is-
law.
It is
So
administrative.
there is nowhere in the law that says that an agent, to gain access, should have letter of appointment, ID, a badge.
Badges sometimes are.
No,
may
I know
not be
sometimes
enough.
that
May not be
badges
enough.
are not enough.
Yes.
Sometimes badges are lost.
Yes.
Sometimes badges are misplaced.
Yes.
And then you can agree
Yeah.
that if somebody does not have a badge,
Yeah.
they can bring a letter, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. But is a badge part of the legal requirements?
It is a requirement, but
It is.
not legal.
And the other requirements?
The others are legal.
So a badge is not.
It's administrative.
So where the other requirements are listed, a badge is not there legally.
Badge is there,
So badge is there legally.
but depending on the situation.
I understand the situation,
Yes.
but legally, is a badge there? Yes or no? That's that. I want to hear the answer. Is a badge there? Yes or no? Legally?
A badge is administrative. It is there.
Yes. Now winding down, you have read the affidavits of the witnesses.
Yes.
Do you have your in front of you your response?
Very well.
5 more minutes. I'm done. 5 more minutes. I'm done. You can remind us. No, just you have your affidavit in front of you. That's the general affidavit.
Yes.
Croatia raises a complaint regarding being threatened and being called very bad names. Okay. Are you aware of that?
Sorry, I am not aware of that.
But you have said you have read the affidavits.
You're talking of the affidavit.
Have you read the petition and the petitioner's affidavits?
Yes, she says that. Yes.
She says that. Eh?
Yes.
Did you respond to that allegation? You yourself?
I was not for that provision.
Yes.
may apply for that provision. Voter assisted, that is.
Yes.
In the manner described, of course.
Yes.
The presiding officer shall permit the voter to be assisted or supported by a person of the voter's own free choice,
Yes.
and who shall not be a candidate or an agent.
Yes, correct.
Where the person who applies to be assisted is not accompanied by a person who is qualified to assist him or her, the presiding officer shall assist such voter in the presence of the agents.
Correct.
The presiding officer may make such necessary.
Read number 4.
Number 4.
Yes.
The person chosen by the voter is not required to be qualified to vote,
Yes. Number 5.
but is required to have attained the age of 18 years.
Proceed.
The following shall apply with respect to a person who assists a voter under the regulation.
Read number 8.
The person shall, before assisting or supporting the voter, make a declaration of secrecy before the presiding officer in Form 32 as set out in the schedule.
Who, it's okay.
Yeah.
Who is supposed to declare Form 32?
Okay, that was under C, yeah?
Number A. Of
Yeah.
course, that is the law. We don't even need to live on it.
Yes.
But is the presiding officer supposed to declare Form 32 when a voter is assisted by another voter or any other person?
When the voter is being assisted by the PO,
Yes,
it is different.
it's different.
Yeah, but
You're
when he
not-
comes with a person of his choice or her choice,
Yes,
that's when that is.
perfect.
Yeah.
Execute any Form 32. Were you at Afueni 1?
Yeah, briefly. Yeah.
Did you also go to Afueni 2?
I went to.
Did you witness any violence of any magnitude
No.
that would affect the elections?
Actually, the process was ongoing when I came.
Did you find the police officers there?
Yeah, they were doing their work, and there was no any hindrance.
There were no hindrance.
Yes.
In Afueni 1, Afueni 2, and Afueni Primary School, how would you describe the elections? Was it fair?
The election was free.
Was it free?
It was free.
Was it accountable?
It was accountable.
Was it transparent?
Transparent.
Was it simple?
Simple.
Was
Yes.
it verifiable?
Yes. Please.
Or have you seen any evidence brought before this court that can warrant the court to order the change of those elections or the results?
No, they were only hearsays.
Did you ever go to Banane 1 and Banane 2?
No.
Did you ever have information about Banane 1 and Banane 2?
I sent my DRO,
Yes,
Deputy Returning Officer,
yes,
and there were no issues.
and there were no issues.
Yeah.
How many polling stations do you have in Lagdera?
82.
We have 82.
Yes.
How many polling stations is forming the subject of this trial?
Negligible. There are 2, 3. 2.
Or two, three?
Yeah. Information.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have they pleaded in their petition with clarity, precision, and certainty
No.
any element that may shade this election?
No. The allegations were couched in generalities.
You are coached in generality, in your view.
They have not laid the basis for a scrutiny, as far as I know. As an experienced returning officer.
Who has the burden of laying that basis?
It is the petitioner.
You are aware that there was a witness called Scuffle 1 of 1?
Yes.
Do you know which political party he was appearing for?
Yes.
Which political party?
Wiper Party.
Wiper Party.
Yeah.
Is it possible for an agent of Wiper Party to be replaced by an agent of any other political party?
Not really.
Have a look at paragraph 17 of that affidavit.
Mine.
No, the affidavit by
Petition.
Salah Muhammad. Read paragraph. Kindly have a look at paragraph 2 of his affidavit, and then read paragraph 17. Sorry, paragraph 3. So paragraph 23, sorry.
That on the 9th of August 2022, I was at Afwain Center Stream 1 as an agent of Salah Hassan Shafat an MCA aspirant for Baraki Ward.
Which political party was Salah Hassan Shafat running?
Wiper.
Wiper.
Yes.
Yes.
Because of the registration, was it fair?
Comment on this. Yeah, the will of the voters of Lagdera has been clearly expressed.
Yes.
And it was
Did
very
you
fair.
conduct a free and fair
It was
election?
a free and fair election.
Did you conduct an election that is verifiable?
Very fair, very fair. That's why we have all the form 35, 5 signed by the POs. Then we have the stamps of the POs.
And does the absence of
The
an
agents-
agent
the
in a
agents have
particular
also
polling station
Yes.
affect the credibility of an election?
The mere absence of an agent does not invalidate elections.
Can it affect the truthfulness of that process,
Not really.
the fairness,
And we have no control over the movements of agents.
the accountability?
Some of them are moving from one station to the other. Yes.
Mr. Witness, I have no further questions for you.
Thank
I
you.
wish you well in your endeavors.
We are numbers, even in elections.
Almighty, that the evidence I shall give before this court touching the matter in question shall be truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help me Allah.
Mr. Garad Adenor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Would you kindly introduce yourself to the court?
My name Garad Aden Nur. My name Garad Aden Nur.
What do you do for a living?
Yes?
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
Businessman.
Businessman.
A local businessman.
Where are you based?
Garissa, especially Lagdera, Benani.
In respect to this case, confirm whether you were an agent
Yes, of course.
who had given you that job for being an agent.
And the
The third respondent.
yeah,
Did you have your documents of credentials?
yes, of course.
What did you have?
I have an oath,
Yes.
letter of appointment,
Yes.
yes,
And what else?
badge.
And bunch. And what else?
Also, I have Kenyan citizen. I have ID.
Is that the evidence appearing at GAN1 and GNAN2?
Yes,
Did you also swear an affidavit before an advocate
yes,
on 22nd of September?
yes.
Which station were you manning?
22nd of September.
Yes, my lady. Which station were you responsible for?
Consider that we are still waiting for that affidavit. You file a number. File contains what was received.
Perhaps.
Garad Aden Nur, that is your name?
Yes,
You are a Kenyan citizen.
of course, yes.
Do you have your ID with you?
Yeah,
Can I see it?
currently.
Yes.
No, I don't carry ID.
So how will I be able to tell that you are Garad Aden Nur? Do you have any identification?
Currently?
Yes.
No. Okay,
But you do not have your ID.
no.
What do you do, Mr. Garad?
I'm local businessman.
You're a local businessman.
Yes.
Have you ever been a police officer or a GSU officer?
Yes, of course.
You have been.
Even though that one is not mine, affidavit.
I know.
Please answer.
Yes.
Are you currently
No.
a GSU? Let me finish the question. Are you currently a GSU or a police officer?
No, I'm just a mere human being. I'm not
Police officers are not human beings.
No, they are carrying a title. I'm carrying a title.
You're not carrying a title.
Yeah.
When you were a police officer or a GSU, what did you do with your national ID? Did you hand it to the government?
Yes.
When somebody is a police or security officer, does he give his national ID to the government and he's given a security ID?
No, that's on police officer. You don't do that.
No, you do not understand my question. Does a police officer or any security personnel carry an ID, a national ID, or they carry a security ID?
No, they don't do that. Police officers, they don't do. They carry their own ID.
They carry the police ID.
No, their own ID.
The police officers carry their own ID.
Yes.
It is your testimony that police officers and security agents, they remain with their IDs and they don't hand it over to the government.
No, they have their own ID.
They have their own ID.
Yes.
Do you have yours with you?
Which?
Do you have yours with you?
My ID?
Yes.
Identity card?
Yes.
I already told you I don't carry.
So we can assume that you are Garad.
I'm police.
You are police?
Before I was police, but now I'm not police.
Now you're not anymore.
Yes.
Do you have any proof to show that you were police before and now you're not?
Maybe if you need, maybe after some time, but
okay.
Yeah.
Do you know a chief agent? Did you have a chief agent?
Yes.
What was his name?
He's called Khalif Eko.
Khalif Deko was your chief agent. Do you know what Khalif Deko does apart from being a chief agent?
No.
Do you personally know Khalif Deko?
No.
Have you ever met him before?
During the election time.
During the election time?
Yes.
Where do you live in?
Me?
Yes, where do you live?
Lagdera.
Where in Lagdera?
Banana.
Banana town?
Yes. Not town.
Yes.
Banana area.
Where in Banana area?
I believe it's called Hagar.
Hagar Jerer?
Yes.
Hagar Jerer.
Yeah.
Hagarjerer, I think.
Yes.
Okay. And where were you an agent? Now, you have sworn on the Quran, isn't it?
Of course.
What is the distance between Afwene and Benani?
Wow, that one, it means maybe, unless maybe we do probably 3 hours.
3 hours. So that's hundreds of kilometers away, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. You stay in Banani. Why exactly were you made an agent in Afwene? Why were you not an agent where you stay? Somewhere, but you're an agent 3 hours away.
3 weeks last election.
No, the distance. You stay in Banani, but where you're an agent is almost 3-4 hours away.
Yes.
So will I be right to presume that you're a very important agent?
Of course. Very, very important.
And a very important, very crucial to the process.
Not really, but very important.
Which clan do you belong to? Reali.
Maybe.
Which specific clan within Reali do you belong to?
Wow, that one. I don't want to put into my. That one I don't. Maybe I will ask later on my grandfather.
No.
I don't.
Me and you are from the same people. We know these things. Just say I don't want to answer.
Clanism, I don't want to put in my mind.
Do you belong to the Ibrahim Ali? Yes or no?
Yes.
You belong to the Ibrahim Ali?
Yes.
So you are just lying now that you said you don't know.
I'm not lying, but I don't want to
Okay.
Clanism.
You are an agent for which candidate?
Of course, the third party.
Third respondent.
That, yeah.
Do you know his clan?
Of course.
Which clan is that?
Reali.
Reali. So same as you.
Of course, Reali.
And which Reali is he? Because remember, I'm also Reali.
Yes.
So which Reali does Mheshimiwa come from?
Reali.
So you come from the same family?
I don't
Maybe. So you are Ibrahim Ali, he is Ibrahim Ali. Does clan play a specific role in the elections in Lagdera?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes. But not true.
Now I'm going to give you 2 pieces of paper, and I want you to write to put down your signature there. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Sala, na mimi ni wakili wa petitioner wa kwanza na wa pili. Umeweza kusoma hii petition? Umesoma hii petition? Umeweza kusoma zile makaratasi zote ambazo ziko kwa hii petition? Kutoka mwanzo mpaka mwisho. Na ulisoma wapi hii petition? Nani alikupatia usome? Hii petition nani alikupatia usome? Wakili wako au wakili wenu? Abdikarim, ulikuwa agent wapi? Banani Primary Stream 1. Mimi nakuamini ulikuwa pale. Sitakuuliza swali kuhusu kama ulikuwa pale ama haukuwa. Unafanya kazi gani Abdikarim?
Mimi ni biashara.
Biashara aina gani? Aina gani?
Mimi shopkeeper.
Unauza duka. Unauza duka? Duka ni yako? Bwana Abdikarim, wewe umetoka wapi?
Nimetoka Benane.
Kwenu ni Benane? Duka yako iko Benane? Bwana Abdikarim, wewe ni reali? Bwana Abdikarim, wewe ni ukiingia ndani Ibrahim Ali? Tafadhali.
Mimi ni Ibrahim Ali.
Wewe ni Ibrahim Ali. Na yule ambaye hapa anaitwa third respondent, mheshimiwa wetu kama sisi reali, mheshimiwa wetu kutoka Lagdera ni reali, na mheshimiwa wetu ni Ibrahim Ali. Ibrahim Ali. Na wewe umekuja kusaidia mheshimiwa wetu, na wewe umekuja hapa kusaidia Ibrahim Ali. Yes. Please refrain from answering the questions. Umekuja kusaidia Ibrahim Ali. Asante. Na ulipofika polling station, uliweza kupatana na kijana ambaye anaitwa Amar Abdi Ibrahim Seitun. Ulimwona? Na Amar alikuwa pale. Na unamtambua Amar kama agent mwenzako? Yeye na mwingine. So unamtambua? Na mwingine anaitwa Abdekafar. Amar, uliweza kujua alikuwa agent wa kiti gani? Kiti gani? Chama UDA kiti gani? MMP. Na yule mwingine umesema Abdekafar, uliweza kujua alikuwa kiti gani? Walikuwa wanasaidiana. But alikueleza wote ni kiti moja? Okay. Na umesema ukweli na mimi siwezi pingana na wewe. Ulikuwa pale agent? Hiyo ni kweli. Na umesoma hii petition mwanzo mpaka mwisho na hizo makaratasi zote za petition. Umesoma affidavit ya Amar Abdi Ibrahim? Sasa hujasoma. Mwanzoni
affidavit nilisoma tu yangu.
Umesoma tu yako. So haujaona affidavit ya Amar Abdi Ibrahim. Affidavit yako imeandikwa tarehe gani? Wawili presiding officer. Hapo umepata sawa. Hiyo ni kweli na naamini ulikuwa pale ndio maana unakumbuka. Kwa hiyo affidavit yako mwisho, swali langu la mwisho. Na mimi nakuamini wewe. Kwa hiyo affidavit yako kuna pahali yoyote ambaye unaongelea kuhusu mtu anaitwa Amar Abdi Ibrahim Seitun. Tafadhali, hakuna. Na umesema ya kwamba mwishowe Amar alikuwa na wewe pale. Mlikuwa mnakaa pamoja. That is all. Asante sana. The advocate for the first and second petition. I will ask you very few questions. Please tell me your name, remind me and the court your name.
I'm called Muhammad Abdullahi Dakani.
Muhammad Abdullahi Dakani.
Yes.
Were you an agent?
Yes.
The past concluded elections.
Yes.
Where were you an agent?
Banana Stream 2.
Banana Stream 2. Banana?
Stream 2.
Stream 2. Were there any issues of violence reported in Banana Stream 2?
No.
There were no issues of violence. And would we be correct to say that there were issues, but you have ignored the same issues?
There's no violence.
Would you remember the name of the presiding officer in Banana Stream 2?
The name?
Yes. If you were there, I believe you were there.
I was there.
Do you remember his name?
No.
You don't remember his name? So, possibility could be you aren't there.
What?
If you don't remember his name, can I say then, can I put it to you that you aren't there?
Really, this is
Did I take it? You are at Banana
Banana
2. 2 or 1?
2.
At Banana Primary School. That is all, Your Honor, for this meeting.
I am counsel for the first and second respondent, that is the IEBC, and I want to ask you a few questions. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
That's fine, eh? If I can just hold it to the microphone, speak it to the microphone, eh? So, what do I have before you?
This is the
From the court.
This is the National Assembly election result
Form.
form.
So this is otherwise known as the Form 35A.
That 5A, yeah.
That's correct? Yeah. And what polling station does it belong to?
It was Banana Primary School polling station 2. 2, yeah.
2 of 2.
2 of 2, yeah.
Where are you registered as a voter?
The same.
The same polling
Yeah,
station. So
yeah.
this is your polling station.
This is my polling station.
Where were you assigned as an agent?
The same room.
The same polling station, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
In that form, see your name on that form?
Yes, I'm calling Muhammad Abdullahi. The ID number 2264769, Odium Party. And my cell phone number is 0710622074. This is my sign number.
So you signed it, that's your
Yeah, I
signature.
signed it, yeah.
Can you read to me the comment of the presiding officer?
Yes. The comment.
Yes, presiding
The
officer.
process was smooth and peaceful.
The process was smooth and peaceful. Can you read to me, for purposes of the court,
Yeah.
how? So, for purposes.
And the fourth,
That's the fourth one.
The fourth was me.
My name is the second one we skipped. It was himself. So, for purposes of this, just looking at this form, without looking at your affidavit, by looking at this form, is it true to say that agents were present at the polling stations?
is it true to say that there were agents present at the polling station?
Yes.
Is it true to say that there was a UDA agent at this polling station?
Yes.
Is it true for me to say that the process was peaceful?
Yes.
From this form?
Yes.
Before I start asking you about whether it was peaceful or not. From this form, we can say that the process was peaceful.
Yes.
From this form, is it true for me to say that the process was smooth?
Yes.
It is true. I want you to look at this form, and I want you to look at this category. What does it say here?
Reason for the refusal to sign, if any.
If any. Do you see any reason there?
I don't see any reason.
There is no reason for refusal.
Mheshimiwa, would you kindly introduce yourself? Oh, sorry.
I swear by the Almighty that the evidence I shall give before this court, touching the matter in question, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Mheshimiwa, would you kindly introduce yourself to the court?
Okay, my name is Affidavit Hussein Mohammed, Member of Parliament, Lagdera Constituency.
Were you the one that the returning officer returned as a duly elected Member of Parliament for Lagdera?
Yes.
And were those returns from the elections of the 9th of August 2022?
Yes.
Are you aware that your election has been contested by the petitioners in this case?
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
And have you made responses and an affidavit to that effect?
Yes.
Would you wish to have the court rely on your response and the affidavits?
Yes.
Have you also called witnesses to testify on your behalf in this case?
Yes.
Would you wish the court to follow and rely on the affidavits of the witnesses?
Yes.
In your said affidavits, you have made reference to various forms from 35B and from 35A. Would you wish the court to rely on those forms as indicated by this court?
Yes.
Mheshimiwa, you'll be cross-examined by the advocate for the sorry, yeah?
Are they annexed to his affidavit?
Yeah, there are some that are annexed to the affidavit. That is
Mohamed Salah, Mheshimiwa, and I am indeed the advocate for the first and second petitioner. You know, the other witnesses, I asked them their name, identify themselves, your ID number, but you are my member of parliament and I know you, so I think we can skip that. The petition, together with the annexed affidavits, have you seen them before?
Yes.
Yes, you have. The petition, together with the annexed affidavits, have you had the opportunity to go through them?
Yes.
Has your lawyer also taken you through the petition and the affidavits?
Yes.
And this is something I would really praise you for. Have you attended almost every single minute of this hearing?
Yes.
And you have seen all the witnesses that have testified against you and for you?
No, sir, I can't remember some of the names, but I know.
No, just that you saw them. First things first, who cleared your candidature? Who allowed you to run?
IBC.
IBC?
First the party, second IBC.
No, IBC.
IBC.
IBC allowed you to run. Who allowed the other candidates to run?
IBC.
Did you give your documents to the Ethics and Anti-Corruption?
Yes.
Did you give your documents to the IBC?
Yes.
Did you declare in all of them that you're a Kenyan?
Yes.
Are you a Kenyan? Did they allow you to run because you're a Kenyan?
Yes.
Yes, isn't it? The other candidates, who cleared them?
IBC.
And will I be right to say that they were all cleared because they were all Kenyans? So they were all Kenyans. Mohammed Hire Garane, was he a Kenyan? Baliun Abdi Farah, was she a Kenyan?
Yeah.
Ali Sheikh, was he a Kenyan?
Kenya.
Abdi Ibrahim Seitoun, is he a Kenyan?
It depends on what you give to IBC. The information you give to IBC. That's what depends. That's
Listen,
He's a Kenyan by ID card, but it depends on
you
what
will, Mheshimiwa, I'm sorry.
IBC will always...
Mheshimiwa, I'm sorry.
Okay. Continue.
This will appear at home today and I will have a lot of problems with my parents, but I don't want to cut you off. I am very sorry. Just my question. It's a yes or no? Is Abdulkani Seitoun a Kenyan?
He's a Kenyan.
He's a Kenyan.
Yes.
You have attached in your annexure a copy of his passport.
Yes.
Where did you get the copy?
I don't have to disclose it.
No, you can tell us. You will not be charged. It's not a criminal offense.
I don't have to disclose it.
I have been walking around with ballot papers.
I know, but
So
I don't have to disclose it.
you will not be charged, yo.
I have not to disclose it.
Just a waiting.
No, I'll defend you if you're charged. So, in the photocopy that you have given and you do not want to disclose where you have gotten it from, but you're the one who has produced that copy.
Of course, it's on my advice, it's in my advice, so...
Okay. In
Not
that
allowed
copy,
on it.
in that, can Abdulkani Seitoun, when this procedure ends, can he go to the police and make a complaint about fraud about you?
It's easier. There's something easier than that. You can go and ask the British Embassy whether Abdulkani Seitoun, that is his passport or not. Simple.
Okay. So you can ask British Embassy.
Of course.
Did you ask?
I'm ready to be charged even for that.
Did you ask the British Embassy whether that was his passport?
I'm saying...
Yes or no,
If the court
Mheshimiwa?
want to verify, they can ask.
Mheshimiwa, yes or no?
I didn't ask.
You did never ask the
But I'm
British
saying-
Embassy. Mheshimiwa, tafadhali, yes or no? For any explanation, my brother will take you through it. Yes or no? Did you ask the
No, I
British
didn't
Embassy?
ask. I didn't ask.
Is there any document before from the British Embassy?
No.
Now, I am not saying you did this. I am not making this allegation to you. But could I take that document and put your picture there?
It's not so easy.
But I can do it.
You can do it, but it needs technology, time, and money. Yes.
Okay, that I can't. I'm poor man. Anyway, in that document, do you tell us, is there any way it indicates where it's gotten from?
It
The
doesn't-
source?
it
It doesn't indicate the source. First, we can move on. It's not so important. Is this your first time vying?
This is my second time.
This is your second time?
Yes.
When did you first vie?
2017.
2017?
Yes.
What number were you?
4.
You were number 4.
Yes.
Wow, congratulations. That's like, do you watch football?
I do.
That's like Leicester City winning the Premier League.
But they have won one time.
Yes. That's why I said that's like Leicester City winning. So that's just on a lighter note. You were 4 with how many votes?
I think it was 2,000.
You were 4 with 2,000 votes. Do you remember what the winner got?
I think it was 5,542.
That's a very good memory. I appreciate that. And number 2?
We got 3,444.
That's wonderful. And number 3?
We got 2,850.
So who was number 3? So Abdulkani Seitoun defeated you previously.
It's not a defeat.
But if you are number 4 and it's 3, he has defeated you.
Of course, by numbers, yes.
But you have gotten your revenge. You have gotten your revenge, yes?
Very sweet again.
It's very sweet. The revenge. I'm not a vengeful person, so about revenge, I don't know whether it's sweet or not. But thanks for telling me. So, as a candidate who has vied, are agents important in an election?
Of course, yes.
What's their importance?
They overlook the process. They represent you in the police station.
So the agents overlook the process, represent you.
Yeah.
Do the agents call you as the candidate to inform you of what is going on?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Those with problems will call me, those without problems will not call me.
So
But
Abdul Ghani Zaitoun, who is a candidate, testified that he was being called by his agents. Is that possible?
Of course, it's possible.
So he can be called and he
Can be
will.
called.
So even you were called.
I because several times.
Now, the information that you have put in your affidavit and the responses, that information from the polling stations, how did you get them?
The information from police stations?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
For example, if you said that in Benani, for in one, no, the whole, throughout his whole petition, throughout his whole petition, his response, sorry, not petition, he says that there was no violence. So I want to know that information. Who told you?
One thing.
Did your agents tell you the information?
Of course, yes, but you know.
That's all I need. So your agents told you the information. And Zaitoun also had his agents there,
Yeah.
which you said in your petition.
Yes.
So even him, his information was to his agents.
Of course.
Thank you, Mushima. How many agents have you called in this case?
About three, 4.
3, 4? Affidavits are 5. 3 have testified. 1 is waiting. Do you know their names?
Yeah.
Do you know their clan?
Of course, yes.
Which clan?
They're all from our section.
Which section is that?
Ali.
Ray Ali.
Yes.
Were you seated there when they testified about their clan?
Of course, yes.
And from Ray Ali, which other clan did they say?
I don't deny that Ibrahim Ali.
Ibrahim
Most
Ali.
of them.
Yes. You don't deny it?
Them, I don't deny the Ibrahim Ali, yes.
It's something, it's nothing to be ashamed about, class.
Come on.
That's all we have said. I'm also Ray Ali. Now, so the agents you have brought here are Ray Ali, Ibrahim Ali, that is your specific family. Were all your agents Ibrahim Ali?
Basically, they were Ibrahim Ali because the 2 agents from Benani are Ibrahim Ali because they're resident of that area.
Not these ones we know they are Ibrahim Ali, but I'm saying all your other agents.
All my agents are mixed of Awliya.
Mixture of all, yeah.
Yes.
Have that mixture attended this court case?
The only agents I call is the agent those whose the affidavit the petitioners has touched on.
So the
Those
agents.
are ones we call.
So these agents that you have called to defend you are all Ibrahim Ali. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Paragraph 11 of your response. You stated, I read for you so that we go fast.
No, I've read it. Can you just answer the question?
You have read it?
Yeah.
Paragraph 11.
Yes, I've read it. Just ask the question.
I don't think you're looking at the
It is
correct.
here.
Of your petition.
I have a very good eyesight.
But where you're pointing,
It is here.
where you're pointing, counsel can assist you.
It's not there.
Sorry.
Paragraph 11 of my petition.
No.
Of my affidavit.
That's your affidavit. I'm talking about your
Okay.
response. Sorry. Sorry.
Well, you can see he has read.
Your Honor, I could see where he was pointing, and it was not the same place, so that's why I was correcting him. I didn't want to misguide him and the court.
By the way, they're similar.
They're similar there.
Yeah.
So-
The content is the same.
So I can say your
Yeah.
so when I refer to your response and your affidavit, it's the same document.
I need to cross-examine sometimes. I need to cross-reference sometimes.
But it's the same document. I've read through it. You have just repeated. Okay. Now, Your Honor, paragraph 11 of the response by the third respondent. You state that in this paragraph that the claims by UDA agents they were denied access and not allowed in the polling station is baseless, it is false, and it is not supported by evidence. Is that true?
Yes. So,
Were you here when the returning officer was testifying?
I was not here.
You were not here?
Yeah, I was here by then.
Okay, I'm sorry. So the returning officer testified that an agent by the name Quraisha Ali confided in him that she had problems entering a polling station. She had issues, that's what he said.
That is a presiding officer's evidence.
That is returning officer.
That's his evidence.
That's his evidence.
Yeah, I'll take on now.
So if he said that, then it's true for him.
That is part of the evidence.
Were you here when Qureisha was testifying?
I think I was here the first day.
The first lady?
The first day,
Yes. Did you hear her say that she had difficulties entering?
I had it, but I think
You heard her say, it's just that, yes.
From the examination.
No. You will get your opportunity to explain, but you heard her say that there are problems?
Of course I had that.
Did you hear also an agent called Abdi Wahab?
I think Abdul Wahab time I was not there. But on the morning I didn't come back.
Okay, sorry. Abdi Wahab said he was also kicked out as an agent.
I was not there.
Have you read the IEPC response?
Yes.
Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule also said he was kicked out. Salah, were you here when he said he was kicked out?
He said yes, but I think it's a different
No.
together.
Okay, but he said he was kicked out.
He said yes, but
And today, when the presiding officer for Afwenye Center 1 of 2 was testifying, I called him Mr. Igno, but I can't remember his name. But when he was testifying, he said that Salah was kicked out by police. Did you hear him say that?
I was not there by then.
So that statement is true.
That is yes.
For him, is it true for him?
No, for him maybe yes, but I can't verify it.
You can't verify.
Yeah.
In paragraph 12 of the response, which also the same paragraph appears in the affidavit, as you have said, you state that the allegations by petitioners of agents being kicked out are not supported by evidence and cannot be substantiated. Yes?
Yeah, true.
True.
Yes.
And you have said that you heard the agents when they were testifying, they said they were kicked out.
Those are their words.
You heard them saying it?
Those are their words.
Okay. Now, if I put it to you, have you read the response by IEBC?
Yes.
Have you read the response by the IEBC presiding officer for Afwenye 1 of 2?
I've read, but I think I need to cross-reference in case of any question.
Please assist him with it. Security personnel deployed at the polling station resolved the issue by sending away both individuals involved in the scuffle from the precinct of the polling station.
I think this is not specific to someone, to a general statement.
So, okay, he doesn't identify the person.
It doesn't identify the person.
Read in paragraph 4, actually, he identifies the person. He says, there was a brief scuffle between an agent, one, Mr. Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule, and one of the MCA candidates. Then he continues. Security personnel deployed at the polling station resolved the issue by sending away both individuals involved. So would I be right to say that in this affidavit, one of the individuals is talking about is Salah Mohammed Abdi Bule?
I think one we are talking
Yes or no?
Abdullah was wiper.
No. I know he's wiper, you have said he's wiper, but is this correct?
Okay, according to his statement.
Does his statement and the statement of Salah being removed, do they corroborate, yes or no?
Okay, it's the same thing.
Yes, it corroborates. Yes, it's the same thing actually, that's what he said, sorry. Have you attached Form 35As to your response?
Almost, I think IBC attached.
IBC attached?
All of them.
All of them?
All the constituency.
Okay. Form here is signed by the agent of the MP.
Some of them might not have signed due to.
No, I'm saying the ones that have signed. Is your testimony that all of them belong to the MP?
Of course.
Of course. So your testimony is that all of these forms, everybody who signs them belong to the MP.
Not necessarily. Some
But
have been signed by party agents, but I know for mine. I don't speak for others.
You speak for
mine.
yours. So, but also you can say that some can be signed by party agents.
Of course, we have
other candidates also.
Why I'm saying that we have had testimony given here saying that there was a party agent UD agent, and also the member of parliament for UD agent signing the same forms.
Thank you. Was there agents for the ODM governor?
Of course, yes.
ODM MCS?
Yeah, they were there.
ODM women rep?
They were there.
ODM senator?
They were there.
Now I want you to be shown the next form, Affidavit Center 2. Is there an ODM agent who has signed that form?
Ismail Abdiragi.
Ismail?
Abdiragi.
Abdiragi.
Yes.
Do you have the list of agents that was provided by your what number does Ismail Abdiragi appear?
2, I think it's 3.
2 or 3?
Yes, 3. It's number 3.
Ismail Abdiragi is 3, yes? And number 4?
There is Yilo Muhammad.
Hello, Muhammad?
Yeah.
Is he ODM?
Yes.
Is he your agent?
That one I can confirm.
You cannot confirm. If you are to look at your list, and now I'm telling you because I don't want us to waste time. In your list, he does not appear there. That he's not your agent.
I'm not so sure.
I'm telling you, he's not your agent. Okay, do you want to read your list? Please show him the list. That one was brought by Khalif, I think. His name.
Okay. Below Muhammad.
Was he your agent?
If I look at him at the list, I don't know.
In your list, he is not there, so therefore I can presume correctly that he's not your agent.
Yeah.
Yes?
Of course.
He's not your agent.
Yes or no, but the other forms that
Yes, if Abdelghani says his agents were chased out, would he be able to know what happened?
maybe you will not know.
Yes, he will not know. Yes or no? Not maybe.
There's no agent, you can't know.
So if there's no agent, you can't know. So if Abdelghani says,
But you cannot
Weshimiwa, please, I'm asking this out. Would he be able to know, based on what you have testified?
No.
He will not be able to know.
Yes.
If Abdelghani's agents are not there, will he be able to know how vote counting went? Yes or
Which
no?
agent are you talking about?
Abdelghani Seytoun.
Theoretically, if they're not there, yes.
If they're not there, he will not be able. Theoretically.
Theoretically, yes.
Yes. We are talking about theories. The court to determine which is the truth. But if Abdelghani Seytoun says his agent wasn't there, will he be able to testify about the vote counting? Will he have any information about the vote counting?
Of course. The information we have is IBC.
No. Leave alone IBC, but from his agents.
No, you can't know from his agents.
You can't know. And would he know about the total ballots and the results and any irregularities regarding counting? He will not know. At paragraph 16 of your response, and I think it's paragraph 18 of your affidavit also. The response and the affidavit, when they go to, they're basically the petitions. Yeah, paragraph 16. You have given a list of polling agents, saying that content of paragraph 25 are denied. And that is about his agents missing, isn't it? And then you have stated that on the contrary, the agent listed there were present and signed Form 35A. Form 35A is for which seat?
So 35A is for the police station.
For which seat?
The stream seat.
Which seat? Which candidate? Member of Parliament.
Yes.
In Affidavit Center 1, Quraisha Ali Ahmed, was she for the Member of Parliament?
Yes, she signed the form. I took this information from the form.
She signed the form? You got that information
from the form, yes. This is not my own.
In Affidavit Center 2, Harun Hussein Hujale.
Again, this from the form.
But does it say that he is for the MP in the form, or he just signs as an agent?
As long as he signed and he said he is the agent, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you rely on LDM agents, or you had your own agents?
I had my own agents.
So as a candidate, you had your own agents?
Why I will not have my own?
No. That but an explanation you'll give to your Your Honor, this is the respondent, so I'll ask just for 10. That is.
10 will make 30.
Can I have 20? Just because I was awake the whole night. Just.
But you chose to have it that minute.
So, Affidavit Center 2, Harun Hussein Ujali. Is there any evidence that he was for the UDA MP candidate?
I think they give evidence.
Is there no Harun Hussein? Harun Hussein, come here. Harun Hussein Ujali.
Counsel, we have not heard your question.
Harun Hussein Ujali.
Okay.
Was he an agent for the MP or he was a UDA agent?
For that one, I can't know because I'm not either UDA. It's only for know.
Why did you put his name here then? If only if you
I
can't.
started from the form.
So what from the form? What he says?
I just take whatever the form is true.
Whatever in the form is true.
Of course.
Okay. In the form, does it say he is for which party?
It says UDA.
And does it say he is for which candidate?
It doesn't matter. He formed the MP form. Why did he sign the MP form not for the MP? The form was for the MP.
Good. There was a person I asked you about. There's a person who was number 4. Yes or no?
This form is signed by agents who are present in front of the PO when the counting was done.
For any candidate. They can be, so long as they are there, for any candidate.
No, I don't think so. But the presiding officer was there. I think he's the one to explain, not me.
Yeah, he actually explained. And the presiding officer said, at counting, when he fulfills the form, any agent there signs.
I don't know that one. I can't verify that information.
The presiding officer, actually, he did. No, he said, let me rephrase what he said, and then you can correct me. He was asked, ones that were present there are given the form, and they sign 5 copies.
You want me to correct you?
You can correct me.
I mean, what my witnesses say specifically, they say that the agents present for the candidates, and they say that they cannot control the movement of the agents. If an agent leaves, is not present to sign, he will not sign. That's what he says. But the agents present for the M&A will sign. That's what he said.
I'm accusing of infidelity.
We are just questioning your memory. Not perhaps you need to go and sleep.
It's a saga.
Yes, sir.
I
I will, when their time comes, please don't tell me to sit down. Now, moving on. Were you here when the petition? You were here when the petitioners witnesses were testifying.
I was not.
For some of them.
Some of them.
Okay. Do you agree with the statement that some of them, their work was stopped? That some of them, their work was stopped and they were removed by the presiding officers?
I cannot because I was not there.
Were you here when there was a discussion about closing time?
I was not there.
In your affidavit, in the petition, did you see any complaint about closing and extension of time? Your affidavit and in your response, can you please show me where you speak about closing time?
I cannot because I was not there.
So you did not answer to that specific allegation?
I did not answer because I was not witness to it.
You stated at paragraph 19 that
Of my affidavit or
your response, which is the same as your affidavit, so your response, paragraph 19, that a polling station was closed and then reopened. Does closure of the polling station interfere with voting? Yes or no?
it depends on how long.
Does closure of the polling station interfere with voting? Yes or no?
But it's how long?
Yes or no?
Okay, it does.
Yes. Paragraph 21, you speak about contradictions.
Yes.
Look at your paragraph 21 of the response.
Yes.
You speak about contradictions that Qureisha makes in 2 affidavits. One affidavit that she has testified before this court, and another affidavit that she has testified or she has placed before the court in Garissa. Can you tell me which contradiction you're talking about here?
I'm talking about the violence where she named me in all the violence as my supporters. And then the one for the MC, she did not mention me.
Now,
but the one for MP, she mentioned me.
No. I want to ask you.
That's a
Go to
petition.
Quresha's petition. Please show him Quresha's petition. No, I want to actually let him read the two. The two.
He has read.
Okay. Please read Quresha's. To what we're here today. Our petition. The petition is affidavit for Quresha.
The witness is competently answering the question because he has read. Why don't you ask a question and Sarah is able to answer?
Paragraph 5. Page 32, the affidavit that was filed by the petitioner. Page
Bit Abdulkhani Barid and in that police station.
So she says you arrived at 10 a.m. Afwene Primary School, cloud of people.
Yes.
Abdulkhani Barid was an agent of the police station. Now I want you to read the state.
I should not read this one alone.
No, you're going to read the other one. That's what I want you to do. Your Honor, we are referring to the third respondent's bundle of documents, the annexure to their
Day of August 2021, I reported the said polling at around 10 a.m.
Just stop there. Stop there. In the one that you read in our response, does she say 10 a.m.?
Yes.
So there is no contradiction there.
That's no contradiction.
Continue. After 10 a.m.
And on my arrival, I found that there was.
Did she say when she arrived?
Yes.
Where?
There was around Afwene Center police stations.
Afwene Center polling station.
Stations. Yeah.
Here she says Afwene Primary
Yeah.
School.
Yes.
Is that a contradiction?
Of course.
Okay. Where are
centers?
Okay. Do you know where Afwene Center polling stations are located? Yes or no?
Yeah, they are located in Afwene Primary School.
Afwene Primary.
Yes.
Polling stations. Where are they located?
In Afwene.
Where in Afwene?
In the primary school.
Afwene Primary School. Thank you. And then she says, I saw a cloud of people in my affidavit. Can I refer to the affidavits as my affidavit and Garissa affidavit? But affidavit is not mine, but corrections. But in my affidavit, she says, I saw a cloud of people.
Yeah.
Does she say the same thing about people?